Hello everybody, my name is AJ Pickett. I'm the DM of this adventure. So this is one of those recorded games that nobody watches. And this is the 5th session, officially, although it's the 2nd publicly broadcasted session, as we found our legs and decided that we weren't going to broadcast any of the very adult content in the first 3, which you can watch if you're a patron. Anyway, so presumably you watched the last episode of this, and so you should be familiar with the characters that each of us is playing. And we left off with the adventure. Where was everybody? I remember Duncan, you went off on a mission by yourself, a solo mission. Shall we discuss that?
Yes. I suppose we should.
So Phantom had implied that your activities in Sigil were illegal and would get you into some trouble, and he could handle it as a fixer. And Duncan has decided that that smells a little bit fishy and has gone to get legal advice. And where did you go to get legal advice?
Oh, I don't remember his name. Well, its name.
It's excellent because I'm just making it up as we go. Yeah, that's right. So the rogue Modron that you're talking to is... where is he? Oh, that's right. We wrote it down in Facebook. Let me go find it. Just a second.
Yeah. I can't believe I didn't put it in my notes.
There it is.
Did everyone read the notes?
I was in the cabin.
I had a glance.
I was busy. I had like... You know how normally I have really good internet? I had cabin internet for the last week.
So still better than mine.
Yes. But I also had ingested quite a bit of alcohol.
So you've gone to visit Nucleonic 554.
Oh.
Now, Nucleonic 554 is not your standard sort of D&D quad drone. He's actually higher up. He's a pentadrone.
Enter.
So while you're talking with... 5. So while you're talking with Nucleonic 554, he's also having conversations with other people at the same time as you deal with one of his 5 faces sort of thing, which is turned towards you on his sort of flower petal body. What's weird is that although he's organic and metallic, he's also wearing a specially tailored tweed coat, which hangs off his form, which looks kind of dapper actually. He's even got a cravat. And he's got a deep baritone sort of voice. And says, "Witherbuck, it is nice to meet you." For some reason, he sounds like
And you.
George.
And I you.
It's okay. Oh, so you've got yourself into some legal troubles.
Potentially.
Well, that is what I'm here for. Before I determine my retainer, if you need to secure my services, perhaps you can give me an overview of what your problem is, or query.
Well, due to unforeseen events, we have displaced a murderer from a basement to the sewers.
I see.
And in doing such, we were led to believe that this was an illegal action, which didn't sit quite right with me.
So, how are you aware that this individual is a murderer?
There were a lot of dead babies.
I see.
Like, many.
A supernatural predator, I take it. Some sort of dark arts?
Yes.
Oh my. Well, are they still murdering babies?
I would assume so, yes.
And when you say displaced to the sewers, what does that imply? Did you chase them away from a lair?
We accidentally destroyed its prison.
Ah,
Of
so it
assault.
was released. I see. Well, you haven't revealed to me anything incriminating so far. If you didn't commit the crimes yourself, then I don't see how legally you are to blame. However, in the finer points of the law, if you are culpable and have not reported this event to the authorities, there's no statute of limitation on the time there if you are otherwise engaged in other activities, particularly if you were traveling and didn't have an opportunity beforehand.
Quite.
Well, in my legal capacity, and I won't charge you for this, I suggest you go forthwith to the authorities and just report that you've seen a lair of a murderer and tell them where it is. Let them deal with it. You are not, after all, officially sanctioned vigilantes of the city.
Thank you. It was as I expected, but
May I ask
not exactly.
who it was that gave you these concerns about your culpability?
One Phantom. Hound.
Phantom Orin. Ah, yes. I am familiar with Phantom Orin. Not to worry. He hasn't done you any harm. He was probably just angling for some more money. He's a greedy hound, that one. But useful. Very useful.
Yes, well, thank you very much.
So Nucleonic turns and another face looks at you. This one's got a installed moustache and says, "Thank you very much. Please come again."
I'll keep you in mind for any future legal dealings. Thank you.
Reaches inside his tweed coat and pulls out, hands you with his tentacle type arm, and hands you a card. You have any further concerns, please call before arriving to make an appointment. Spins around again.
I return to the bar, the tavern.
So you return to the Yawning Rat.
I'm assuming that Scarrett is just talking my ears off.
Yes. Scarrett the Ratatosk has stuck with you like glue.
I give him just a little bit of money to help him pay off the drugs, and this is what I get.
On the good side, he is preening you.
Yes, well, there's that.
You've now got little braids of your fur underneath your whiskers.
Did he do this while I was sleeping?
No. So, Felguard, is there any way that you can help me with Felguard? The evil Dwegar who I owed money to.
I mean, I'm assuming that I gave you all the money that I had.
Well,
I mean, what else?
is there any chance we could kill him?
No, probably not. Has he done anything wrong?
Threaten my life?
I mean, I threatened your life 30 minutes ago. Are you going to try and have me killed?
Yes, but you're a cousin. He's a rock-grubbing dwarf. You know, things that dwell in the dirt are not good.
How many times have I had to tell you this? We can't go around being racist like this anymore. It's what got us out of Yggdrasil.
It's not racist.
I just turn around and continue sewing.
Where was
It's,
Elia at this point?
Sorry, what?
Where was Elia? Still at Phantom's, or?
I was with Phantom because he decided to enlighten me as to how I had to do work for him now to make up for the murderer that I released. which I agreed to prior to this.
So you're currently behind the counter in his home/shop, wearing
Got in the doghouse.
a Phantom Orange Team Phantom Orange shirt and a little hat, trying to make it look good. Where ne'er-do-well cutthroats and adventurers come bawling in, like with slimy tentacles over their shoulder, and say, "Phantom here, I got what you asked for." Slop.
Put it in the corner like the other one. There's a corner full of tentacles.
So they're like, great. They sign the name on the ledger.
That's the name of my J-pop band.
They sign the name on the ledger. You see them pull out their golden Phantom Orange card. You know, the specially programmed one. They pass it over the ledger, and it goes bling, and increases its credit value. And then as they're walking out, there's like, what kind of place can you this look
Why
like?
don't you take a picture? It'll last longer.
You are still a cutter, right?
I scowl at them. Of course.
All right.
Go.
All right, blood. No disrespect. It's just, how could you lower yourself? They're like flip your silver out of pity.
I don't pick it up until they leave.
Yeah, well, it is covered in tentacles.
Until they leave.
All right. Meanwhile, back at the Yawning Rat, the sun sets. The light dims. The mist rolls in, and from upstairs you hear, and then poof, behind the counter, Genghis Elite materializes out of mist. Pours himself a glass of blood.
How's your girlfriend?
Speaking of dead bodies, where is our cannoli?
Ignores you.
Where's our I'm pretty sure we only had it preserved for 1 week, but we've been away for 8 or 9 days now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just have a quick look at
That's
the body. We just gotta solve this before we can dispose of it.
So from upstairs, the doorway to Phantom's room opens, and everybody's like, and the bar looks up, and then a dress swishes. It looks somewhat worse for wear, and stiltedly down the steps Phantom's girlfriend.
Fenton. I think you
Genghis.
mean... Yes.
Phantom, I'll have something warm and fresh.
Wait, is this happening in Fenton's or at the bar?
We're back,
That's
we're
at the
back at
bar.
the Yawning Rat.
Oh, sorry.
That's
To the
okay.
end
Sorry.
of the day.
Gengi. I'll have something fresh and warm.
And she stands in the middle of the room.
Zombie?
Vampire as well?
Not a vampire.
Vampire spawn? Some sort of...
Duncan is examining her.
Yes, my dear.
Examining her.
Yes, my dear. One
I'm guessing
breakfast special.
I'm guessing this would be a religion check to figure out what she is.
Sure.
All right.
From in the kitchen at the back of the bar, you hear,
No.
13.
what? He comes out with
14.
a steaming terrine of something that looks suspiciously like brain. And she goes,
Definitely zombie.
"Ah."
We're just staring at her.
Dabs daintily at her face.
That's so much better.
Adjust my monocle.
She looks around.
Do you mind staring at me? It's kind of impolite.
I continue staring.
Duncan, why don't you make use of that staring and let's go look at that body that we collected a long time ago. The one that was on the road that I wrapped up in a bedroll.
Oh, Gengi takes care of bodies, I'm sure. That's
No, we need to take care of this body and eventually throw it out.
Gengi, have you got
Spits out a rat. Runs off.
filthy animals? Have you got a body that you didn't tell me about?
Yes. I kept it preserved for you. You should really take it to Zach's.
We took it to Zach's. We got the preserved dead spell there, but I think it's expired.
Yes. It expired.
It's fine.
I can't have bodies stinking up the place. It's not good for a business. Even one body is not
Yes.
good.
Definitely not good. I say, looking at the vampire and the zombie.
Yes.
All right, let's go somewhere private and just unroll the body. It was some sort of halfling that we found in the foot of a drake, and it had the ball of twine in it
With the goblin speech.
with the goblin talk on it. So it was a halfling
So
with a goblin.
it's a
thing.
torso. It's a half body.
Oh, it's a half body. Okay,
Yeah.
Halfling, half body, same thing.
I'm gonna ask Duncan
It doesn't have a head either. It's just a torso.
I'm gonna ask Duncan to investigate.
Oh no.
Oh no.
We lost Duncan.
He investigated too hard.
Yeah. So you're taking it to a booth. You pull back the curtains, sit inside, dump the thing on the table. Gengi comes over and gives you a plate of bacon, puts it right on top of the corpse,
Oof.
Oh,
and pours you some cold, stale coffee. I hope this is sufficient. I haven't had time to make anything fresh.
oh, this'll be fine. Thank you. Thanks.
What is the shirt we are wearing, by the way? It's a very flattering color.
What color is the Phantoms? Is it like
It's red.
yellow? Red. Yeah.
Very,
still-
very nice color.
Do I still look like a halfling from the Hat of Disguise? I don't remember if
Yeah.
I ever took it off.
Yeah, you do.
I leave it on.
Okay. You do have a Ratatos next to you, though, who's plaiting your little halfling beard.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Ivor, why have you got a body?
Says Skerrit.
Why haven't you got the body?
What? You answer me with nonsense. Look at this thing. Why are you carrying around a body?
We found
Leave it
it,
for
so
the
it
dustbins.
talks.
We aren't carrying it around. We left it upstairs with Gengi.
What does it mean, if you don't mind me asking?
It means we have a body.
Fine, don't answer me then.
Are you never happy? I answered you 3 times, each time with a question.
You don't like me very much, do you?
I wouldn't say that. But I would say that you have become quite the drain on my wallet ever since we moved here.
I don't... Fine. I will prove my value to you. up and leaves.
Last time you did that, you almost got yourself killed, and I grabbed him
He's
by the
gone.
scruff of his neck.
He's
I grabbed
gone.
him by
He's
the
left.
scruff of his... No!
Help me!
So
He's a knife
and
on you.
I pull a needle on him. You've seen what I can do with these. Sit down.
You don't control me.
No, but I do pay you.
Apparently too much. Why don't I go and prove my worth to you? Honestly. I will.
Because the last time that you did that, you almost got yourself killed.
Almost is a very long way from did.
I almost get myself killed at least once a week.
We'll discuss how you can pay me back later.
With all due respect, I don't want to sit first thing in the morning next to a fresh corpse with bacon on it, all right?
Then sit
It
over
disgusts me.
there.
It's making me nauseous.
Then sit over there. I take a piece of bacon and eat it.
I'm going to move the bacon out of the way, and I'm going to prestidigitate the body as best as possible. And Duncan, can you please start putting on that monocle and examining what we can find out about this body?
Excellent.
And why was it inside the hoof of a drake?
Bryce, could I get a constitution check, please?
Absolutely. That's one of the worst things. Oh, that's a natural 1.
Yeah. So you're like munch, 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 and you're like power chuck all over the corpse in front of you, all over the plate of bacon, spattering into the coffee, across your brand new shirt. There's like a guacamole smear across your front with bits of nuts and stuff.
Ali, could you do something about this?
You just go upstairs and go clean yourself. I'll deal with everything else.
So you step out of the booth, and you're immediately confronted with Gengi's wife, who is stuffing fresh brains as she listens at the curtain. You vomit on front of her, and she goes,
And I go.
Right.
Next thing, she raises up a hand, and Gengi's in between you. My dear, why don't you go back and finish your breakfast? I will fetch you a new dress. And he turns to Igor, all serious, all of a sudden says, "Do not mess with my wife first thing in the morning. Before she has finished her brains, her instincts may take over, and yours, tap tap on the top of your head, is not a huffling brain. She might take too much." Who goes backwards? Back behind the counter.
So my
Yeah.
internet died as we were going up the stairs. I feel
Well,
like I'm missing something.
We got the body.
Oh, we're in a
It's
we're in a
downstairs.
booth, a private booth.
I ate some molded bacon.
Just bacon in general, meat.
Yeah.
All right, I investigate the body.
Okay, you wipe off the vegetarian
The squirrel
vomit.
vomit.
Hmm.
I'm not a
Nat
vegetarian.
20.
You're not a vegetarian.
No. Said that Tusk aren't necessarily vegetarians, although most are.
Oh, okay. Well, this is undead bacon.
Yes. I didn't see that it was undead bacon. I just grabbed the first piece of meat that was given to me in the morning.
Right. It's not good.
It's not. It wasn't. It was very bad.
The
And
yawning
I rolled a
rat.
natural 1.
It looks like a yawning rat, but the rat isn't actually yawning. It's vomiting.
Yeah.
Right. You investigate the corpse. It is a corpse. It appears to
Move
be.
forward.
It appears to be human. It died violently.
Oh, really?
And it has acid burns on it.
So the Drake burnt it to death with acid, maybe, and then stomped on his torso, severing his head, arms, legs. Now it's just a. Doesn't have anything on it.
Were
that
the
looks like
limbs
it was-
removed via acid burns?
So the arms are still there. Most of the front of the arms, the hands and the forearms are mostly acid burned, but there's a spray of acid which probably went up into the face as well. The head and the lower torso have been removed post-mortem by essentially Street Life and Sigil. So it was
Legs.
possibly dumped whole
Okay. Does it look like it was?
and unclothed.
Does it look like a clueless, or does it look like someone who was native?
That would be very, very hard to tell.
Is there any other
You
defining
might possibly
features,
be able
symbols?
to examine the contents of the stomach.
Oh no! Let the Warforged deal with that.
Well, while
Uh-huh.
we're here,
Flick.
Begin the autopsy.
Rummage.
And
So it
I'll
takes
be on
out, throws the bacon aside and puts the contents of scoops the content of the stomach out onto the plate. Definitely has been in Sigil for some time. You can tell from the remnants of a mystery meat pie that you get suspiciously close to the pit.
You know what I still have, or I didn't get rid of? That demon leg.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Now that we know that this is, let's get rid of the demon leg and let's get rid of this torso. What would be the best place for us to go? Can we just dump it in the lower ward somewhere?
You can just wait for a passing Dusty to come by with a cart and throw it on there.
I'm just going to go outside and look around. Is there any Dusties meandering?
Yes, there are.
O'Mallory Yankee might be interested in a demon leg from the place he was interested in.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't. I showed him.
Oh,
He was,
okay.
he was
Oh, yeah.
very upset at bringing a demon leg to him.
So there's two Dusties who are standing at the street corner.
First one here gets the body.
They're staring up at a Dabu who is changing an ever-burning flame.
Oh.
Flick, it's gone wrong color, and it's adjusting it somehow. And the Dusties are just looking up at it, and you go, "Hey, Dusties!" And they're like,
First one here gets a body. Chop chop. We've only got one.
they come wandering over. Just point at the cart.
Okay, well here it is. It's on the table in the yawning rat. All yours.
We're not going into the yawning rat.
Oh, Dusties, you're so helpful, aren't you?
It's around this time that I come out with the body over my head saying, "Hey, why did we leave this back? Why did we leave this back there?"
Dusties look down, point towards the cart, and the cart.
I throw it at his feet. And I'm just like, "Did I help?"
Yes, very, very helpful. And I dropped the demon leg on top of it.
You can't
So-
even throw away potentially useful evidence correctly.
They look down at the
Staring
demon
off
leg,
into the
look
distance.
back up at you, and say, "That's profane.
Yeah, it
We
sure
don't
is.
deal in the flesh of immortals."
Oh. All these rules. Dusty's and their stupid rules. Okay.
We don't make the rules. Gengi should have told you.
What am I gonna do with a demon leg? Gotta get rid of it somehow. Is there a bin on the street? There's no like public waste system, is there?
Well, there is the pit. One of the Dusties pulls out a small bell.
You can throw it in the
and
sewer.
goes, ding, ding, at the doorway of Gengi's establishment. Whereupon Gengi's wife appears, says, "Yes? Is your husband here?" She walks back inside. Yes. What
There's
can I
just
do
organs
for
that
you?
play whenever he enters.
What rank are you? Low, I see. Yes. Mm-hmm. You know you can't come in my establishment. Yes. I see. You got a demon leg. Where did you get a demon leg? He says he asks you.
We try not to ask questions.
You know these Dusties, they just find things on the ground everywhere.
Don't try to pull the willy over me. I
We
know
found it.
that you brought this demon leg.
We
Not
found
just
it.
lying on the street.
It was lying somewhere. No, it was floating, if I remember correctly.
Where did you find this?
We went through a portal to some
Ah.
astral place, and it was just
You
floating.
came through. How did you come back into the city?
Oh, back through the way we came. Where else do you expect us to go? It was in the lower
I'm no
wall.
expert at portals, but I know for sure that somebody would have noticed you coming in with the leg of an immortal. You can't just go walking around and dispose of the legs of a horde. Not even one. One limb.
Oh, how can we best deal with this? What, do you want us to go back and put it where we found it? Because I don't think we can do that.
You must take this to the pixies.
Damn.
It's your best bet. They deal
Everyone has
with
the
this
same
sort of
reaction.
thing. They deal with this sort of thing. What can I tell you? You ask my advice. That's the best advice I can give you. I will say no more. The doors of the establishment go behind him.
How does he always do that? It's so impressive, just leaning backwards. And I start leaning backwards and I fall on my ass. It did not work.
The Dusties are gone.
They took our body with us? They took the body?
They did. Yep.
All right.
So
I don't want to go deal with the pixies right now, but if you guys want to, then... Would you like to go visit a pixie? I don't know. I don't like it feels unsafe down there.
So what did we learn about the body when you were investigating it?
I thought you guys had a plan just out of game. I thought you had a plan of somehow speaking with the dead with this body and finding out where the string came from.
Yeah, but there was money
It
involved.
doesn't have a
and-
head, so it doesn't have a head, and we don't have the money for it.
It doesn't need a head.
I can't be bothered with this body anymore. So, we're just cleaning
Okay.
up. We're just cleaning up the loose ends.
Alrighty.
All right. Demon leg. Do you want to go dump this? Do you want to go to the pixies, or do you want to try and drop it off somewhere surreptitiously?
I mean, I suppose we could visit the Pixies again. I mean, we are in the favor of one. I just don't know if I want to. I mean, everything is a favor for a Pixie these days, you know? So I suppose...
I see you understand pixies.
I suppose if we were to ask them to dispose of this, that would be seen as them doing us a massive favor, and then we would owe them our lives. I don't really want to owe my life to a pixie.
Nobody does.
Yeah, we're still gonna try and figure out that thing about the that paladin that was in the books. We still got to follow through with our main mission that we're trying to solve in regards to. By the way, where have you been, Duncan? Have you been talking to someone about? Have you been around?
Yes.
Okay.
I followed Igor out when he grabbed the body.
No, I mean, have you
As
been?
is the way of things, and as natives of Sigil, you haven't just been standing around doing nothing. Sigil encourages a flow of traffic. In order to blend in and remain safe, you just sort of become a part of the flow. So you guys are actually walking and talking in a random direction right now.
All right, is that random direction towards Lower Ward? It
is.
Near the Pixie Den.
Uh-huh.
All right,
You're making your way towards the Butterfly Palace.
Oh, it sounds so nice and innocent.
It does, doesn't it? It sounds lovely.
Are we sure we want to do this, guys? Or girls
No,
and
actually-
guys?
And robots. Let's just try and get rid of it.
I turn to Scarrett and say, would you like to hand off the body part to the Pixies?
Scarrett backs away, says, no. And in doing so, you're in an alleyway, by the way. He thumps into the kneecap of a passing absent-minded alchemist who trips over him, lands heavily on his face. There's a smashing of glass vials, and then a low-hanging pale blue fog fills the alleyway, and everybody breathes in these vapors. And he says, oh no. Oh no.
Wait, what is this stuff?
I like to make an Arcana check.
Sure.
I would like to make
At the same time, from behind some
Constitution
dustbins
save.
stacked up on the side of this alleyway, you see some shadows detach themselves from the natural shadows and start to creep along the wall towards you.
17.
17? So this is some sort of hallucinogenic mist. It's a slow-acting one.
What's all these crazy shadows going on here?
I take
Uh,
I take out
Duncan,
3 of my
no. Okay.
and throw them at the
Duncan,
shadows.
you would know that this hallucinogenic effect is not immediate. It's something that would gestate for like 8 hours or so. So whatever everybody's seeing is actually real. So 3 shadows hiding in the darkness of this rarely traveled alley, looking to snuff the light from the living, have detached themselves and start coming towards you.
Do I get an
Alchemist
attack
is-
roll on those, or?
Yeah.
All right. Is it a dis? Oh.
That doesn't sound good.
It is
Wow.
though.
20.
Yeah, boy.
There, I thought you had wasted all your 20s testing your dice before the game started.
Now, is it a roll at disadvantage? Because I can roll it again if it's at disadvantage, and it probably.
It's not a
won't be
disadvantage.
Okay, because I know.
Let me just double check the monster entry. I should probably check the monster manual before I just create an encounter on the fly, shouldn't I? I mean, really, that's the recommended method, isn't it?
It's fine.
So the shadows are... They're not currently hiding.
Okay.
And, you don't have any difficulty hitting them, but it is dark. This is night time, so
You
it's
want us
very
to roll
dangerous.
initiative or anything, or just start describing?
I would say so, yeah.
All right, so that's obviously that's a hit, but I don't think I get. Would you consider that an ambush attack? Would they have been surprised by me spotting them so quickly? And
First of all, is your weapon magical?
no, it is not.
That's something you'll probably have to remedy. Because it goes straight through and goes tink and sticks into the wall behind them.
So no damage at all.
Nothing.
All right.
Oh, sorry. Half damage. Half damage.
All right, so it takes.
So you see it
Do I
tag
get-
on them as that goes through.
Do I get sneak attack damage?
Yes, you do.
All right, sweet.
Why
That
not?
is 4d6 then. Oh no, wait, you say you take max on the first, don't you?
Yeah.
All right, so that is 12, 15, 19, 20, 21. That is 24 points of damage, or 25 points of piercing damage, halved. So
Okay. So as
well-
the needle pierces through the center of the shadow, it pulls it back like a piece of fabric, and it sticks into the wall, and the shadow siphons into the wall, like it's just gone down a drain hole. And the other shadows go, and they start moving towards you ominously.
I back up, and I guess initiative. That's a it's a 5.
Okay.
My initiative is 8.
3.
Okay. The Skirit and the Alchemist are entangled and are getting up slowly. They don't know what's going on. Alea, what are you doing?
I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna cast color spray.
Okay.
These shadows. I don't know how they're just gonna interact with them, but 18, 26, 20, 29. 29. If they have less than 29 hit points, they become blind. So I don't.
Would that be radiant?
It's not damage. It just is a blinding light emanates from your hands and blinds creatures caught inside a 15-foot cone. Count the creature's total hit points, and if the amount of dice numbers that you roll exceeds their hit points, then they become blinded for 1 round. That's the only effect that it does.
Okay. I'm going to count that as a...
It's like sleep, but for blinding people.
yeah. They're normally immune to being frightened, but they don't like light. And that was a lot of light all of a sudden. One of their members has just been killed, so they retreat and go down a drain hole.
Yeah, that's right. You don't come back.
Nice.
I think I killed one.
You did.
I'm going to go, and I'm going to go up to the wall, and I'm going to grab out my my 3 because so the grabbing out the 3 of them was just for flavor. I just threw all of them at once, and only one of them hit. But can I retrieve all 3 of them, or are any of them broken?
Yeah. No, they're fine.
All right, cool. I need to see about getting some magical. And I start helping the alchemist up. Oh, you, sir, are you okay?
No. No, I'm very much not okay.
That's good. All right, so what were we doing, guys? What's
What's all this blue stuff? What did you smash exactly?
I'm sure it's nothing. We need to we need to discuss what we're going to do with this leg.
Hey,
You're going to
Optimus.
start seeing strange things in about 8 hours.
I see Alia every day. I see strange things all the time.
You're
A
not
woman
ready
with
for
fire
this.
for hair.
The leg. Are you just carrying it openly, or do you have it in a container or a sack
in a
or something?
backpack. In a backpack, wrapped up with some rope, like folded in on
So
itself, and then wrapped
It's
up.
like filling the. It's got a kneecap sticking out the top of the.
yeah, it's probably got a
backpack.
kneecap, or maybe a toe, or whatever.
Right.
it's saying.
The alchemist, particularly sharp-eyed, as he's very wary about reality right now, spots the toe and says, "Is that for sale?"
Yes, that is exactly what we were looking for. Actually, right now, it's good because it's a special deal on half price demon legs. Okay, I just dump it onto the ground and unravel it. I'm like, there you go. Look, fine specimen, freshly picked.
Well, there's no such thing as a fresh demon leg. This would appear to be Ruttikin.
A rat or what?
Yes, it was. I
Very
killed
good.
it.
Oh yeah, that's right. When we tore it off the Ruttison. Yeah, that's right.
How much are you asking?
1 billion gold.
10 gold pieces will be fine enough.
10 gold?
Yeah, 10 gold.
No.
Yes, well, 10 gold is easy. We've got
Now you're just making us.
What
look
might I know
suspicious,
about
sir.
Rutterkins and their rarity?
You can give me either an Arcana or a religion check.
Is this guy wearing? Is this guy wearing any like
7.
Oh, sorry.
7?
Yeah.
Which one are you deciding to roll on?
Arcana.
Okay. You know that Ruttikin, you've heard the name before, and it was a couple of adventurers who had been to the Abyss and said, "Yeah, you'll likely meet Ruttikin first," and that's the only reference you've ever heard to Ruttikin before. You'll likely meet the Ruttikin first.
So, anyways, oh yeah, you're just making us look. Look. I've had a lot of dealings with shady businesses in my times. You're just making us look even shadier by saying 10 gold, only 10
well,
gold.
how much do you think it should be then?
Oh well, at least 11 gold.
Let him offer first.
That too. How much do you want to pay for it?
5 gold?
See, 5 gold. Seems good enough.
I in fact did. $11 gold. Is he wearing anything that any like rings or symbols that I would recognize from like any down and dirty guilds?
One moment, please.
Yeah, I knew I should have asked this before talking about selling this.
So he is wearing a ring symbol of the Fated, otherwise known as the Takers.
He knows money then.
You know that the Fated believe that you have to take what you want through life through hard work and by whatever means necessary.
What exactly do you plan on doing with this?
None of your business, rat. 6 gold.
I think 6 gold is fair. That's perfectly.
It's all of my business. And 9 gold.
6 gold. And 20 and no. 25 copper in my final offer.
Okay, here I got a deal. 6 gold, and you didn't see us here, and you didn't buy this from us, and you just found it in the lower ward somewhere.
You see, now you're making us sound even more suspicious.
Well, since there's obviously no return of this product implied by your suggestion that I ignore that it ever came from you, 5 golds and 1 silver.
Fine.
I am going
5 gold,
to...
5 gold, 1 silver. Deal is done. Deal. There you go.
And no questions asked.
There you go. You have your leg. Congratulations.
There you go.
All right.
I would like to attempt to determine what the appearance of these shadows was related to.
They just happen to be here.
You know, just one of
Damn shadows.
the many meandering monsters that happen to be around the dark and dusty corners of Siggy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to look for one of the street sweeps and tell them that they might want to keep an eye out for shadows in this area.
There are no street sweeps available.
You mean a Dabu?
No,
Dabu.
I mean,
That would be the Dabu.
oh, yeah, the guys who take care of the vines and stuff. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. For some reason, I wanted to call him a cadaver.
Now that we've got that out of the way,
Or a cadaver caravan, or whatever they're called. That were in Morn Canaans.
Cadaver collector.
Cadaver collector.
They're huge lumbering golems.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Uh-huh.
I want to
There's
build
none
one.
of those around.
I want to build
So you're
one.
lurking in the alleyway as the alchemist kicks
As we
aside glass shards, rubs his eyes, says, "Oh, I'm going home. I suggest you do the same. Secure yourself. It's going to be a bumpy night."
I have no idea what this crazy old man is talking
Sounds
about.
like a night for drinking heavily.
I already
No,
told you.
no. Under no circumstances take any other chemicals. I have no idea what the interactions would be.
Would you consider water a chemical?
Yes.
Fuck. I've already just been drinking my water flask.
Anyway, nice doing business with you. Hoists the
Wait, what
demon
is-
over his shoulder.
You mean
scuttles
not
off in
doing
the corner.
business?
Man, I was hoping.
Yes,
I
yes.
was hoping that I could get the name.
My name?
Mm-hmm. But you've
I thought we
already.
weren't going to
you've
have any
already-
other dealings together.
But you've already scuttled off.
Do
Well, I'm
you,
still here. I'm mid-scuttled.
We know he is one of those, tax collector people. We know where to find him if we need him.
Well, he's also an alchemist, and having an alchemist as a friend could be very helpful.
I don't know, he seems pretty clumsy as an alchemist to me.
Well, he did trip.
My
over.
name is Freck Britches.
Oh,
sorry,
I
was
already
that,
don't
was
like
that
you.
fall down and smash everything? Okay, thanks for that. We'll be sure to contact you if we need any incompetence.
That was rude.
Exactly. Come on,
No,
let's get out of here.
you're a very insulting bunch of amateurs.
You know, if you really don't want him to speak
Clearly
about us,
down
you
on your
really
luck.
shouldn't. You really shouldn't. just be
Bargaining
insulting
body
him.
parts and alleyways, shadow-infested alleyways.
I look at him and say, "Look, while you're interrupting me while I'm trying to chastise my friend here. Could you please please stop talking?"
All right, let's head back to the yawning rat, I guess.
I would say it's been a pleasure, but it has not. And he leaves.
Yes, well, I hope you have fun with your hallucinations. but the other part of me is like, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it.
Don't
You informed
do
them
it.
first, dude.
My computer just shut off. That's my computer trying to tell me don't do it.
Don't do it.
No, don't sneak into his home and try to slip alcohol into his mouth while he's sleeping.
Oh, he ain't going to be sleeping. Nobody's going to sleep tonight.
Okay.
So
long-
we need to make a decision. Are we going
Where
to
do
tell
we-
Phantom that we aren't in any legal trouble? Or are we going to pretend to go through with it because he has that crown?
Duncan, when did
translates.
you grow a second head? I think they're starting to take effect.
No, it's not.
Ugh.
1 second head. You're not talking you. Anyway, Duncan, what? So you said we didn't do anything illegal. So Duncan wanting us to kill this or deal with this.
Are you moving anywhere, or are you staying in the alleyway right now?
We're heading back to the yawning rat.
Okay.
Is the blue mist still in the alleyway?
Yeah, you've been breathing the blue mist in the entire time.
I just want to like put up like a sign that says it's going to be really small because the only paper I have is like this big.
So you step over to the side of the alleyway wall, and a swarm of ticks is disturbed off the corpse of a stray dog and seeks its next warm-blooded target, which is you, my furry friend. You're covered in ticks,
That's just normal, right? It's
pretty
What?
much.
it's just
When did this happen?
Right when you walked up to the wall to post a notice.
Yeah. I take all the ticks off of me.
Not
Do I-
so
do I-
easy.
do I see them like growing in size?
Oh, a swarm of ticks go. You're like, wow! Skirt goes, oh my god! I've never seen so many fat, diseased ticks.
Burning hands. Anybody?
I know that ticks don't like fire. What do you say?
You're gonna get some nasty
Iggy.
shit if you don't get rid of them right now.
Yes, I start taking them all off. I get the hell out of there, and I head to the nearest healer.
Okay. Give me a survival navigation check.
Survival. Right, so that's gonna
Probably a
be
good idea because let's find out more about this drug thing and the ticks at the same time.
all right. So that's 24.
Oh, nice. So you're approximately a couple of streets down from a reputable, cheap, reliable working class healer.
Okay. I wasn't even with a natural
Send someone
20.
else in first. Don't just walk in covered in diseased ticks, please.
Well, then you go in first.
Wouldn't be the worst thing I've seen.
No, I kick the Ratosk inside.
I go in. I go in.
Okay.
We can't wait around for this.
So you walk inside the tidy, clean, well lit office. It's evening
And I'm just
time.
picking
and-
them off, throwing them on the ground.
Yeah, it's not so easy. So no, really.
They're dire ticks.
I've got needles that I'm just like sticking into my flesh and
stabbing
pulling them out.
yourself?
So there's a neon sort of sign,
Right.
with a pair of angel wings. You walk inside the door.
Oh no.
Well lit room. So the true state of how many ticks are on you become apparent. Oh, you're matted in ticks.
Index.
Ticks.
Oh. That's even worse.
Yeah. And an
ring the
Azimar.
bell. I ring the bell on the counter.
Oh, the Azimar is standing behind the counter.
Oh, okay.
Looks up, sweeps.
We're
looks
here to seek a
remarkably-
cure from my friend Aaliyah. No,
Looks
we're actually here for
remarkably
me.
like
Please help me.
looks like remarkably like Johnny Depp, except with blonde hair.
Oh, so he's evil. All right. Okay. So we
Man,
we need some really good pest control, like fast, as soon as you can. How much for the
Right.
cost?
Cost.
okay.
This is free healthcare.
No, I don't think there's free healthcare in Ziggy.
Funny. Okay, so 50 gold, and I'll fix you up.
50 gold, 50 gold, 50 gold. That's all.
Do
Do you have
Amount
any
of gold.
alchemist fire?
No, it won't be required.
Would it be
I put down
cheaper-
20 gold.
Okay, I'm gonna put down 20 gold as well. Duncan, can you pitch in for the last 10?
It's too bad you pissed off an alchemist.
I did no such thing. That was all him or her. That was all her.
Skirt
You two
leaps
piss
onto
off
the
it.
counter, kicks the coins off, and puts down 50 gold. Says, I knew I'd prove my worth to you.
That's my gold. I pick up my 20 gold.
I annoyingly recollect my gold. All right. So,
Yasma steps around the counter, says, stand in the blue circle, please.
I stand in the blue circle, please.
Put some sparkly dust into a little sconce next to it, lights a candle, clasps hands in front of it. And then shines holy light out from the hands onto you.
This is very strange. I have never experienced something quite like this in Seagull. There aren't a
my.
lot of you.
Yeah, it's true. So the ticks leave of their own accord and gather into a small pile. They've been freed of disease too and go their merry way. Little hobo bags.
they've been converted.
It's a gift that keeps
Yeah.
giving.
Off they go. And the Esma says, you seem to be in the influence of a drug. Is it recreational?
What?
Not on purpose.
I'm
was an
sorry. What do you mean? Oh, you mean
Yeah.
the stuff that we did in
You've
the
been-
alleyway?
You've been poisoned. Do you require it being removed?
How much is that doggy in the window?
Same price, friend. I'm just asking in case you ingested
I have
it
a
on
counter
purpose.
I will pay you 50 gold. I'm talking to Yigmor. To not take a cure, so we can tie you down and I can take notes.
What about me? What's gonna happen to me?
You will
Oh,
watch for
are
free.
you all under the influence of this?
It doesn't affect him though.
You know
right?
what?
I pointed.
I'm up
Duncan.
for a good time.
No,
Strap me
I'd be
down.
fine.
Strap me down, boys.
So you do not wish to be released from the poison?
No,
I
we
mean,
do. but
50
we
gold
also-
is 50 gold.
We also wish to have lots of money, but that's not going to happen, is it?
You won't find cheaper restoration in Sigil.
Oh, we will definitely be back here. What is your name? Nathaniel Depp.
Pern Pomperus.
Pern Pomperus. Healer in lower wards.
No, he's not in the lower wards.
No,
Where
we
is he?
didn't get to Lower Ward. We were on our way there.
Yeah, he's in
Where is
trade
he?
ward.
Trade ward. Looks like Johnny Deep.
He looks like Grimwald's Johnny Depp.
Ah. So, Hearn.
Mm-hmm.
What exactly are you? I mean, obviously you are Azamar, but that's not what I'm asking about. Are you?
That is all you need to know.
I mean, in my time, I've seen a lot of clerics, and you're definitely not a cleric.
Your
Just
time
with
is
your
a drip of water in the ocean next to me, my friend. I've been alive for many centuries and been many different things. You asked me a very complicated question that is beyond the scope of our interaction here. All I need to know is what you need, and then be on your way.
I just wanted to know, like, where you studied your magic. But all right, geez, Louise.
Magic? This is not magic.
Very well.
Come on, let's not disturb the nice man. Let's do the ticks? Do they like they go outside or something, or do they like?
Mm-hmm. Yep, they jump through a little cap flap and leave.
I was gonna try and capture them in a jar or something, but anyway.
Take notes.
Never mind. All right. Well, we'll definitely be back if we find any more horrible tick-infested alleyways.
I pick up the gold that Scarrett knocked onto the ground.
Mm-hmm.
We've already. So you pick up
Mine is Igvor's 20.
and Alea's 20.
I don't know if Alia picked hers up.
I'm pretty sure she did. Didn't she?
Oh well, I probably didn't. All right. So let's go back to the
Oh, well.
yawning rat.
Okay. Ding ding! Off you go. Down the street. Evening life and Sigil is picking up. All clothed all the time.
What?
Is there a clothing shop nearby?
Yeah.
I ask
Hey,
if
Fresh
I
models,
turned-
all clothed all the time.
To
I need asbestos. I
Madam,
need fiberglass.
boots, but over our boots, so no one can tell what our boots are.
Ah. Boots of disguise. Boots of boot hiding.
I've already got that covered for myself. I point to my hat, but
That's true, but doesn't disguise your footprints.
I'm pretty sure it magically changes everything about you, right?
Yeah,
Your
it's an
appearance.
illusion.
It's an illusion.
If someone touches you, they still feel fluffy.
That's right.
You heard it first. Here, first, folks. Boots of disguise. Actual form, physical, different footprints.
I cut off.
A bargain at high surprise. Shoelaces
I
of
put-
surprise. Shoelaces of surprise.
A shoelace of Garrett wire.
That would be a surprise.
I ask if they have anything in asbestos or fiberglass.
We do not know what fiberglass is, but we have asbestos, yes.
I want an asbestos cowl.
Asbestos has some negative health effects. Perhaps
Yes, I
the
know.
latest...
But
Okay. It's just that we would need to order that in. But we have some other flame-retardant materials.
Is there no place in Sigil that serves a noble Ifrit? Why is it... It's just discrimination around here. Anyway, alright, well,
Look,
show me what you
asbestos
have.
is so last season.
It's old-fashioned though, I remember. It's classic. Everyone loves asbestos. We'll never
Well,
go out of
everybody's
style.
using soft foil now. Fine weave, we call it.
Alright, show me your flame retardant thing. Let's see if it's just as good as some classic asbestos.
It's gorgeous, scintillating, reptile patterned, woven weave of flame retardant metals.
Oh, I was trying to find something more in like
From the city of brass itself.
Oh, okay. But I was looking something more in like a leopard skin print.
Not in flame retardant, I'm afraid.
Alright, I'm afraid I'll have to say how much for this then?
Well, it's in hot demand, you understand. And you need it to like now to go fitted right now?
I'm just seeing what's available. What's in season.
What is that thing that you've got there? Is that a mic stand?
It's the mic stand that just broke off.
Oh. That is unfortunate.
Yeah,
It looks quite expensive.
it was.
That's why I just buy
Yeah.
cheap, nasty shit.
It landed on my foot.
Oh,
I muted myself really fucking quick.
we can heal you. 50 gold. Anyway. So this particular fabric, what will you be needing it for?
I point to my head.
A hat?
Yes, the hat would be very nice.
Unconventional. That would be a custom. And a rush job. Couldn't be anything less than 500.
500 copper?
Gold.
Gold. 500 gold for a bit of... This is why people buy asbestos. Alright. How much would it be if I waited?
Oh. Well, we could have it to you in a week for 300.
Well, I will be coming back then at some point. Once I organize my finances, I will definitely be back here. I seem like a little bit annoyed that the fashion of the Brass City is out of my reach at the moment. But
Yeah. Of course, if you went home,
yeah, but that won't be happening. At least not on purpose.
mm-hmm. you just got to rough it out here in the intergalactic boonies.
Yeah.
So there's a trade section, and he takes you to the very, very large boots, and there is a perfect pair right there. Only 150 gold.
What kind of boots are these? They're 150 gold.
Boots of various tread.
Boots of... Okay, so they're magical boots. They're not just like a different pair of boots.
It is unfortunate that you have 2 sets of magical.
You note that the boots are branded Higgler Figgly's leather products, and there is an address which magically hovers over the boot with a simple glamour, which is an address in Sigil itself. Higgler Figgly's leather goods. Trade ward, not too far away.
How much time do we have before these guys start hallucinating?
Oh, well, it's the alchemist said 8 hours. It's only been like 20 minutes.
I'm already tripping balls.
No, you're not.
Oh, well, then I'm just naturally high on life.
You're like, do you feel anything yet? Do you feel anything yet?
Oh, so like the first time I smoked weed.
Yeah, something like that.
I will pass on these for now. I'd like to go speak to this man. Or woman. Or devil or whatever.
Okay. The assistant at the shop will go, that's so rude, showing the address of the manufacturer. Obviously, you're going directly to the source. Well, we won't. You can tell figuratively that we won't be ordering any more of his products.
Okay.
The nerve. Good day.
If you want to hide your feet, why don't you just buy a normal pair of boots and then just throw them away when you finish using them?
He's got a normal pair of boots.
Boots of freedom of movement that are associated with some shit we don't want people to know.
Oh, okay. But you can't tell that by the footprint, right? You can't look at the footprint and be like, oh yeah, that's definitely a boot of freedom of movement. Like, does it stamp?
Have you seen a natural 20 roll?
Does it stamp a like freedom of movement every time it? This foot has been.
I'd say that would be adequate if we hadn't been parading around in this shit, and we didn't give Phantom the circlet, and several other things didn't happen.
I got a ring now, which lets me understand all languages and is more incognito than the circlet.
Yes, but we also
Yeah,
went
but
and
Phantom
fixed
has the
some-
circlet, and that information is worth a lot of money, and that's
And
why we're
Phantom
going to
Googliest.
at least pretend to do what he tells us,
Yes,
because
but
he can sell us downstream in an instant.
I think that there might be something we can dig up on him. He's got some dirt, you know. He had that strange cut on his arm, the steel on the wall.
Yes, but he also has dirt on us.
Oh, well, it's a dirty, dirty world.
But does he have dirt on you?
He knows that we
Okay.
have all the things. All these forbidden relics.
I mean, but they're not forbidden.
What did you do with the
they're not-
sword, by the way?
I didn't have it. They had
I
it.
don't have
My
a
sword is a packed weapon, and it's in an extra dimensional space right now.
Okay.
I didn't have one
But
of
the
those.
other 5 swords, that is like a shining beacon of wrath against demons. I don't know where they are right now.
I'm pretty sure they are still in the place.
Back
I
at the
didn't
Yawning
take
Rat?
them.
We just left them in the Yawning Rat, just like resting up
I didn't
against tables.
Well, you've got a room which is kind of like just your storage room in the Yawning Rat.
All right. No one
It's such a
important.
shitty room that nobody cares.
No one important goes to the Yawning Rat, so it's not like anyone.
It's- It's true. It's a dusty. You know that now that it's associated with the Dusties.
And they can't even go in there
Yeah. Says a lot.
because they may accidentally take his wife away.
Or he's a higher ranking Dusty than they are.
Oh, maybe. Usually.
Anyway.
I take his wife away.
Or she might take them.
She's the highest ranking Dusty.
You know for a fact that she does spend a significant period of time as a corpse.
Yes,
Yeah.
we do.
Okay. So you are ushered out of the shop.
All right, let's
To
head back.
Higlitz.
Down the road to Higgly's.
Hold on, before we go there,
Higgly's.
maybe we should sell some of those swords to get the gold that we need to actually purchase these so-called magical boots.
We need to obscure every item we don't sell. Like every sword. And every pair of boots.
Did we bring the swords back? I thought we
No,
left them there.
There's in our...
No, I thought they were still in that other in that like realm of drops or whatever it was called.
No,
Oh, you
no,
left them on the plane of
we
mist?
brought them.
no, we took
brought
them because we wouldn't have just left fat loot there.
You've
Plus
got the
the-
book. You've got you brought the circlet. You got the boots and the swords.
The book? No, we don't have the book. The book got destroyed. He found
did
his
it?
name. He found his name inside of it, and he said, "No more of this." And then he dusted it.
He shredded it. Damn. I do believe he turned it to slag.
And then Duncan decided that he was going to go back and fix the book with a mending spell, so that he could read all the names.
Someone's going to. If the information gets out, it will be us or someone else.
Yes.
I'd rather that name be forgotten in my head and forgotten. In
Oh,
a pile of
which
slag.
name? You mean the
No,
the
shush, shush,
names in the-
shush. You
Well, if
can't
we
even-
want the
No,
name
I
forgotten,
wasn't.
we
I
have to
wasn't
go
trying-
back there.
I wasn't going to say the devil's name. I was just going to say the name of that guy that tried to intimidate us, but was very scary, but wasn't really. He was quite nice, actually.
Yes, he was nice enough.
He smelled like you.
Home. The devil's name is Bartilius,
Yeah, the name we do not say.
a horned
No,
devil.
I have the name. I don't know if I have it spelt correctly, but I have the name.
Don't you write that down? Don't you write that somewhere?
I might actually have it written down. And
So, now what?
here we go. Yeah,
bold
the-
adventurers.
Okay, go to the Yawning
further
Rat.
angle.
Get the swords. Sell them somehow. Get the shoes.
I want to figure out what it costs to obscure their origin first. Because if it's cheap enough, we'll just do that.
I ask
Because if we're
Igvor.
trying to fence them, we're going to take a huge loss.
Igvor,
Well,
do
you know Phantom. So he's a reasonably reputable dealer of trinkets and antiquities. There are less reputable that you also know.
Hmm.
Would Phantom be willing? How much gold would Phantom be willing to give us for these swords? The Demon
Well-
Bane swords.
So when he traded the Circlet of Googlius to you, that was kind of a trade, 1-for-1 trade, wasn't it? Did he give you any coin or anything?
It was just a exchange, straight exchange.
Okay.
Do we even need any of those swords? Like, who uses a sword here? We don't use a sword, right?
I'll use one until I get a better pole arm.
Okay.
All I use are these. And I start juggling my needles.
Exactly. And I don't think we need to fight any demons in Siggy. At least, we're not going to.
I think it would be nice if we could do an exchange some of those swords for maybe some magical needles. Hmm?
Well, go get some gold then by selling them. Find a place to sell them. You know people. You know people who sell things.
I do. All right, so
I'm going to go
do we want
to
to do this
Hageless
while we're on
and
the
figure out what
drugs?
this costs. You guys can go sell the swords.
I think we should probably do this when we're not, on drug.
The drugs won't kick in for a while now.
Yes, but this is a big place, and where will you be when the acid drops?
All right. Guess we're going to lock ourselves up in.
All right. So
Beyond
I've already purchased BDSM equipment to lock myself down. How much did it cost me?
You know, Higgler Figley is a leather goods merchant. By the way, for the viewers at home, and as a metagame challenge for the players, they have 4 hours until the drugs kick in.
Okay. I'm just trying to think of like. It's going to be
Nobody's
locked.
allowed to metagame.
We have to lock ourselves in the room. I don't think like what will happen? Will it just be like we'll just see weird things, or will we actually like wig out and go psycho?
You asking me out of game?
I'm asking Duncan.
That's why I'm paying, is because I want to find out.
All right,
Not
do I get
really
paid?
with you,
Do I get
Elia,
paid
because
now
you
or
can
after?
make fire at will. Can't really
Yeah,
disarm you.
this seems like a payment up front sort of deal.
Yeah.
I know what to do. Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and request the money now, and I'm assuming you're paying for the strappings to keep me tied down.
Also, Rack Stratum, are you assuming that you're immune to toxins? Are you immune to poison?
Well, he doesn't need to
doesn't
breathe.
I don't need to breathe, so I didn't breathe it.
Good point.
Fair.
Don't worry, he'll be our spot. He'll be-
All right, so he gives me my money, and I will settle down on the table in our room.
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask Gengi for a bathtub. Does he have a spare
For
bathtub?
the next 4
He
hours,
does.
I sit on the table just. Well, this is very interesting. Could you hand me a grape?
Scarrett hands you a grape.
In the mouth, not in my hand. And I just try to.
Okay. All right.
And as he's feeding me the grapes, I'm like, they did surgery on the grape once.
Okay, so in the bathtub, I want to fill the bathtub with water.
So he
And then-
brings a copper freestanding bathtub. He lifts it with surprising ease.
Okay.
Up the stairway.
In the room.
Plonks it
I
up
still
in
needed
a
to
spare
talk to
room.
Higgleth.
Waterlogged with mushrooms growing out of the wood of this room. And he opens a spigot at the top, and this greasy water fills up this thing. And he says, you need to put a hot plate underneath it and light a fire to warm it.
I won't need that for the moment.
Oh, sorry,
I hope
you
I
need
won't. You need to.
you need to light a fire under the bathtub.
Yes, that will not be a problem for me. Thank you very much. Okay.
It should only take 2 hours.
All right. Okay.
Enjoy.
Now I also need to go. I'm going to get Duncan to go buy me some chains, and then I'm going to chain myself inside the bath so that I'm sitting cross-legged in the bath with just my head sticking out of the water.
Okay.
And hopefully,
Let's rewind. I need to go to Higgleth's and get
Okay.
the stuff, the straps for Yigvor.
Well,
and
you
determine the cost, and then go
Okay.
get the chains.
Sure. There are straps available in the Yawning Rat.
no,
Yeah, I'm assuming-
we don't want those straps. No thanks.
Okay, yeah.
We don't want hand-me-down.
The
straps.
proprietor does have a slab downstairs. Slab.
No, we will improvise.
We
on
have a
this.
very fine rope.
That's true. You've got very, very fine rope. Could not get better rope.
Oh no, I'm very worried about this. The more we discuss it, I'm still just on the thing, having him feed me grapes.
Roll for grapes.
He takes the opportunity while nobody's there to threaten you securely and thoroughly with a knife under your throat, and he extracts some information from you about where you've stashed some gold.
Well, you see, the thing is, I'm not locked down yet, so
You said that you're strapped to the table.
We don't have the
we don't
straps
have the
yet.
straps yet.
You've got the very fine rope. What have you just been role-playing for the last 10 minutes?
Yes.
Okay. All right, that
So,
happens.
anyways, he's threatening me, and I'm just I tell
Successfully.
him where. Yes, I tell him where the gold is. All of my gold that I have ever owned is under my bed.
He steals your gold.
All right, he steals 10 pieces of gold.
Yes. And leaves.
Noted.
Wait, he leaves the tavern.
Uh-huh.
Didn't he also breathe in the blue stuff?
Yes, he did.
Uh-oh.
Do you have any other gold on your person?
I do, but it's hidden pretty well.
He takes it all.
He did.
I'm not strapped down, so I won't let him take it. I will
You
fight
said
him.
you were
if it comes
strapped
to it.
down.
No, we don't. What am I going to strap myself down with? The rope?
You're lying down on a table, strapped down with your very good rope, and he's feeding you grapes.
I
He
don't
takes
have the rope.
opportunity.
Russell has it.
Fine.
Gonna be a bad trip.
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
I thought we were all gonna wait to be in the room together. So
Well, I suggest next time you open your mouth and tell me what your character is doing, you be a little bit more clear about it. Because that's
We're trying to
number one.
do things at separate times. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So don't leap ahead of yourself, Bryce.
Mm-hmm.
So we're all in.
Okay.
We get everything in place, right? We have the chains, we have the bath.
You have bathtub.
We have the
And
table.
he still needed to go to Higley's though.
Right. And the time that he's going off to Higley's, what are you doing, Bryce?
I am just riding on his shoulder, hoping that the drugs don't kick in.
Oh, you're going with him now.
Well, I was always with him. That's why I said that. So the first thing that I said was, I'm going to buy the BDSM equipment.
You said you had bought some BDSM equipment.
Right, but then you said that Higley was a leather worker, and so I sat back and waited until it sounded like we were done with that, and then I said, once we've done that, I get strapped down.
Okay.
And
would you like to
that's
just
what-
go into Higley's and have bought some stuff, and then we'll just skip ahead to the more interesting bit?
Well, I think Russell actually has something that he wants to do while he's there.
Okay.
I just wanted to determine how much it costs to mask the origin of a magical item.
That's tricky,
I
actually.
think that's a level 3 spell.
But with a persistent effect.
Magical aura. So second level. Befuddle.
Permanence isn't really.
Befuddle divination spells about the target and also make the target have a different sort of aura around it.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Well,
how
I'm
much would that be?
still at the Yawning Rat, and what I'm doing is I'm getting the bathtub ready, so it takes like an hour, I guess. And also, I'm gonna inform Gengi that there may be some weird noises, and because something's gonna happen, and if he wants to, feel free to cast a silence spell on the room if anything gets too crazy.
He says, "My dear, you making excited noises from the room that's upstairs. I would never mask. That would be the evening's entertainment for our clientele."
Now I'm gonna
Let us count the moans.
really-
One.
I'm gonna look for a gag.
Two.
Sure. Okay. Can we cut to Higglyfigglies?
Yes.
Great. So you enter the vestibule of Higglyfiggly, which is a small, well-appointed, wooden, overly pot-planted, gnomish establishment, which is got a fantastic smell of leather and exotic pets. There are all sorts of cages hanging from things, and wearing a complicated goggle apparatus and a heavy leather apron, Higglyfiggly is working away in the background with a sparkle of arcane energy, where he looks over and sees you enter, bending down through his doorway and then standing mostly upright in this rather short room, and says, "Oh, my, you're a big one."
Greetings.
He steps down from his stool, comes walking over. Looks at you like a fantastic specimen.
I just smile real big.
You can smile.
I can do many things.
Well, you're not standard, that's for sure. What world do you come from?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Interesting. Have you lost your memory at some stage?
Yes.
And you are a Ratatosker.
It is correct. And yes,
And
I
you
have
talk-
also lost my memory at some point.
Huh. How may I help you, beings? Are you here
I'm
for
interested
a
in
pet or some equipment?
equipment.
Or
Both.
I'm interested in modifying magical items to make them appear as they are not, as in to
Well-
mask their origin.
you came to the right place. I can tell you exactly where to go for that.
Damn it.
That would be right next door to my cousin Squiggly.
Oh. Very well.
Squiggly, squiggly.
I get it now. Thank you very much.
Is that all you require? You don't need to look around at the merchandise?
We have pressing issues. I may return soon.
Huh. All right. Nice to see you. He goes back to work.
Next door we go.
Ding! So this place it's mainly a wand merchant. He's a wand merchant. Yeah. Lots of boxes and display stands and things like that behind stout, what appears to be glass cases. And you see him magnified like a fish in a fish tank, with the slightly wobbly glass giving him a funhouse appearance. And then he sticks his head over the counter and you notice that one of his eyes is indeed larger than the other. And he squints at you with his
Stout you.
smaller good eye. Greetings. How may I help you?
I'm interested
Yeah.
in masking the origin of several magical items,
I see. Yes,
but
that's
I'm
something I can
unfamiliar
definitely
with
do.
the process.
Well, it's a relatively involved enchantment. Requires some time on my part, but the price is reasonable. How many items do you have?
At least 2, and potentially 9.
Right. Well, maybe a bulk discount then. I would
Perhaps.
have to close my shop for the day.
What would you think price per unit? Does the item type matter?
Well, yes, it does. Fabrics are best, wood slightly less, metal most expensive.
I would at least like to have this applied to my boots, please.
Your boots.
Assuming it's full.
May I examine them?
Yes.
He puts a monocle on his large eye. So you put the boots up on the counter?
Yes.
Thump, thump. Gosh. These resize quite significantly. Oh dear, 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 dear. These are of remarkable providence.
Damn it.
Are you absolutely sure? Because there is a chance I could destroy these magnificent objects and I would surely be that would be a grave thing indeed for these to be lost.
What manner of price are we dealing with?
Well, are they all similar to this?
Several of them, not all of them.
Not all of them, but several. And you know where these came from, I assume?
Yes.
So you know these are of Arcadian manufacture.
No.
Well, let me tell you this much for free. These are exceedingly valuable. These are manufactured by Moradin himself in Arcadia. You can see by the little anvil symbol here. They're remarkably well preserved and extremely old. Now, if you're hiding these to transport them safely, if you're worried about thievery, which I definitely would be, understandable. I would say that you should go to a security firm, perhaps an auction house, and they would probably disguise these items for you as part of their service. But I would definitely not just carry them around with you, and I certainly wouldn't wear them.
Thank you very much.
Would you like an evaluation of the cost of these items?
Might as well while I'm here.
If I may, if I could, when you do sell these, if you do sell these, give me a consideration for, say, 0.5% of the profit. If that's too much, understandable, but just a consideration, perhaps a tip or a recommendation to the auction house.
I'll definitely remember you helping me.
Very good, very well. Well, for these boots alone, 50,000 gold pieces would be an entry-level bid.
Don't forget the swords.
I summon my packed weapon.
Oh, he ducks down behind the counter and comes up with a pair of gloves, white gloves. Look.
Did we ever find out what the blade actually does?
Kills demons.
It's an ant. It's a demon bane.
Kills them real good.
Yes.
One of the the law swords of the Dukes of Aqua. Where on earth did you get this? Look at it. It's in perfect condition. Why, it looks like it came fresh from an armory.
Amazing.
It is.
He's kept really good care of it because he can put it into another dimension.
I see.
Now let's just say we were to have 5 of these. How much would we be looking at?
Oh. Well, an absolute fortune. These are worth even more than the boots.
This is nothing but trouble.
I would say at least 80,000 gold for the sword alone. So, please, I must know. Where did you get these, friend? Give me a wisdom. Is it wisdom? Saving throw, please. Igor?
Oh. Wisdom.
Can't even see that.
It's ooh,
Your dice is very complicated.
Eight.
It's a
natural.
natural 20.
Yay.
Nice. He's attempted to charm you.
I look at Duncan and I say, this guy gives me the creeps. He's trying to cast spells on me. Not a huge fan.
I am very large, nearer to him.
Mm-hmm.
Try anything like that ever again. I will remove all your parts and put them back together in the wrong way.
That's a very effective threat. Thank you. I'll remember it until the day I die. I do apologize. That was untoward of me and unprofessional.
I'll still remember your assistance
Thank
and
you.
make a consideration for me.
I'm somewhat overwhelmed by this whole situation. I certainly wasn't expecting this.
Does his apology seem genuine, or is he kind of like...
It's hard to say with his uneven eyes and his googly spectacle thing. Seems to be. It's hard to tell with gnomes.
I'll forgive you this time, but if you cast another spell on me without my permission...
Oh, your friend is more than threatening enough.
We will have words. Oh, I'm not trying to threaten you. I just...
We already had words.
Well, I mean...
Oh, further words.
Yes.
Hmm.
Further words.
By the way, you have remarkable resistance for my magic, for someone of your stature. I'm impressed.
Hold on, let me check. I think I also have advantage on being charmed. Doesn't really matter because I got...
You probably won't need to work again for some time, but if you do decide to seek employment, please let my brother and I know. Anyone who can acquire items like this, well, your reputation has preceded you.
I note that, and your continued confidence.
It is welcome.
Is worth a lot to me.
Yes. Aside from my slight blunder there, you can trust a Figley. Although,
our business is concluded then.
Very well. And please, let the auction house know that Squiggly Figgly has helped you today.
Noted. And I take out one of my needles that has the ink on it, and I write it down. Squiggly, Higgly, Figgly.
It's Squiggler Figgly.
Squizgar Squigelf helped us today.
I dismiss my pack weapon. Grab the boots. Do not put them back on. Put them in a container inside of me, and let's book it to the yawning.
Well, that was very interesting, Duncan. What do you think all of that means? I mean, obviously, this is going to be more trouble than it's worth in some way, because as soon as we start trying to sell this stuff, someone's going to try to identify it, and when they identify it, they'll be able to see what it truly is.
We just need to make sure they're somewhere secure. Very, very secure.
I mean, I agree, but...
I have the strangest feeling that the Pixie Mafia are the only ones who would take it off our hands without any questions.
I think that's true, but I also think it would
This
lead
is
back to us.
Yeah, but then
This
it would
is just
be,
making me very uncomfortable.
and the mafia would probably take a really big cut.
And are we
There.
also going to be keeping our boots, or are we selling them? Do we want to get rid of them? I mean, surely with that kind of money, we could have something made for ourselves of the same quality, but
I think for now we have
Go
to
on.
take them to a faction, or would we even trust a bank?
with this kind of stuff, I don't know if I trust anyone but the three of us right now. And then there's the issue of my cousin, who knows more than he should.
Bag of holding. I want
But
to
wait,
buy a
we
bag
could-
of holding.
Oh, I thought you were saying that you wanted to put my cousin in a bag of holding.
You've got to sell, you've got to get this gold before you can do anything interesting with it. So,
Would we just in general know about bags of holding? Would those be pretty common? About
Yeah.
how much would they
They're
sell for?
they're an uncommon. I believe they're an uncommon.
Yeah, they're uncommon, but how much do they sell for?
Same as the book.
It's not
price?
in the book. There's no price in the book.
What?
5,000 gold pieces, 1,000 to 5. Depends on the category.
I mean, in Xanathar's, there is a thing that tells you prices, but hold on, I can pull that up. And I think that price that you gave is quite a bit higher than the price for uncommons.
Well, in 3rd edition, you had like a lesser bag
Right.
of holding all the way up to a greater bag of holding, and there were degradations
it's-
according to how much weight and size. And then there was the
It's-
handy haversack, which was a little tiny one, which is 1,000 gold pieces.
It's handy haversack.
Hold on, I got it. Xanathar's Guide to Everything, Deluxe Edition. All right. Buying a magic item, page 126. All right. Uncommon items are 1d6 times 100 gold pieces.
It's pretty cheap. You gotta roll randomly?
1,000.
What?
You gotta include tax
So-
and GST.
Yeah. So there's this rickety cart pulled by an old mule, which has got the missing planks replaced with hides. It's a stall of a magic item trader who's wearing red robes and he has tattoos on his face. He says, "How may I help you?"
Those tattoos on your face, do they do anything?
They signify my rank and position in the place that I come from.
I was just curious because I've heard of people that get tattoos on their face and they do magical things. It's very bag of holding.
Uh-huh. Gold.
Gold. Yes, it is probably expensive.
This is 800 gold.
Appropriate response. Well, I have 100 gold that I can give to you, my friend Duncan, 50 of which you paid me. But I think
That
a bag of
still only
holding...
puts us at 500.
Do we not have anything?
So you're saying you're willing to pay 500?
Yes.
Well, that's not acceptable. If I was to sell these at 500, it would cast aspersions on the quality of my goods if someone were to know that you bought them so cheaply.
We wouldn't be telling anybody that we bought them so cheaply. We would just be telling them how great the service was at this stall.
I
We
could
would
not
let
look
them-
at myself in the mirror, my friend. Such a price is an insult to me and my trade.
Something tells me you can't already look at yourself in the mirror, but that's besides the point.
Charisma 0.
I like
We're
a good
leaving.
meal as much as anyone, friends, but I don't think we can do this business today.
It's fine.
Okay.
It's fair. It's very fair. We will come
On your
back when
merry
we have
way.
800 gold.
Awesome. Could you put a little note on the notes on your character's personality traits under
What is
flaws?
What is the flaw?
Can't haggle for shit.
Oh, that's already there.
Oh, great.
I am charisma -2.
Right. Well, you're playing that really well. I'm going to give you inspiration for that one.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
He wants to talk, but he's just bad at it.
Yeah.
Well, I thought I had them, guys. I'm sorry. I tried to get us for cheaper, but
I hate you. Let's go.
could have sworn that we almost had them. He was this close, and I have squirrel fingers, so it's even closer than you think.
So you're heading back through some markets. There's an oversized wool tent that seems unusually drafty. There's wind blowing out of it,
Right.
which seems to attract your attention for some reason. It's a woolen tent blowing sweet air that smells a lot like the Wildash.
I mean, he said we had what 8 hours, and it's been what 2 hours.
Oh, at most 2 hours, yeah.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Awesome. So you head inside. The first thing you notice is that it is selling religious guidance.
What kind of religious guidance are you selling?
A barrier, which is a goat centaur, steps out from around the side of a.
Ah,
Huh. Well, you know exactly what kind of guidance that I'm offering you. It is guidance of the world tree.
yes. Well,
To determine the roots and the reach of your fate, my friend.
how much?
Well, let's say you have a local discount.
How
For
much?
you, a silver. A silver.
I hand him a silver piece.
Come, place your hands on the ash.
I place my hands on the ash.
You have a vision, as soon as you place your hands on the ash, of goats flooding the streets of Sigil. Like wild goats, eating things, butting people, goring passers-by. Wild, crazy goats. Evil goats.
This vision. I know this has to do something with Agir Stint. This has to be. It has to be
Argostint?
something.
What do you know of Argostint?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. We tried to go to the hag, and the hag ended up killing. Well, she died, but she became the water, and then I wanted to have her scry on him, and then
Shut
we
up.
couldn't.
Thank you.
I mean,
I pat Yigor on the head.
Is he
a
always
lot
like
of stuff has
this?
gone wrong. A lot of stuff has gone wrong. I just, I've been looking.
He
for
leans
this-
down and stares into your face with his wide, goatee eyes, looks at you, says, I think you're under the influence of something.
Yes, I am.
Hmm.
I'm not sure what
And
though.
how do you know of Argostent? What involvement do you have with this one?
I apologize for my outburst, friend. I know very little of Augierston.
But you know his name. Why? Why
I
did
take
you
out-
say that?
I take out the piece of robe and I hand it to him, and I say, after I lost my magic needle, this was all I had on me, and all I could remember was his first name and this, which has his full name. It has to mean something.
It means that fate has brought you to me, and he strikes the wood. I too seek Argostent, and this is just the sort of clue that I needed. It was not simple chance that you walked in here.
Good sir, what is your name?
Oh, I am Turbon Accelerate.
Right. Why do you seek Augier?
To kill him, obviously.
I haven't heard great things about him, so I'm not exactly surprised. He's a wizard, correct?
He is a warlock.
A warlock.
He serves the serpent that chews the tree. I suspect he did to you what he did to my cousin and me, which was rob us of our memories by poisoning us with water from the river Styx. I don't know why I'm talking with this guy's accent.
That would make sense.
He's got more
So-
He doesn't remember his accent.
Yeah. I woke up and I had this English accent. I don't know when.
Did you regain your memories?
I did.
How?
It was a quest that took me many years, but eventually I discovered who I was. Along that path, I became a wood cleric. A simple wood cleric, selling my wares here in the City of Doors. But fate has brought you to me, and I can abandon this life once more and engage on a quest of vengeance. Will you join me? And you, big friend.
I look to Duncan and I say, "This is important to me. Would you join me?"
Not immediately, but yes.
Meanwhile, Alia's back in the bathtub being like, when are they going to come back with the chains?
Turbon says, since we will be engaging and our fates are now entwined, can you tell me what you saw in the wood?
Just now?
Yes?
The vision? Well, it was unsettling to say the least. It was large goat
Insight?
creatures
Sure.
just goring
I stop him from speaking. Well, I guess I don't. I roll a 15 on insight.
What are you inciting exactly?
Whether he's just trying to extract information or he's being sincere.
He seems genuinely sincere.
Okay, I don't stop you from speaking.
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't have stopped anyways, because this is important.
I would have made you.
I love how you speak in character in your accent when you're speaking out of character. You're a mist, my friend. You're a mist.
I had a vision of goats flooding the streets of Sigel. It was terrifying. The people being just absolutely destroyed by these, gored in the streets. And the only goats I've ever met have all been passive, except for the one I stole his tin can. But that is beside the point.
Well, I would say that what you saw was a fate that I am to be involved in your life, because as you can see, I am of goat appearance.
I never would have known.
As for the dark and terrifying aspect, that is because we are engaged in a quest of vengeance and murderers in our hearts. The tree sees this, that we have evil intent.
If I
Because
had
taking
an
the
eyebrow,
life, any life, is an act of evil,
I'm not
even
sure
for
if
the
I...
greater good. From our perspective, it is an act of good. From the tree's perspective, it is just another life lost.
I mean,
Augustin did not kill you or me, merely robbed us of our memories.
but I have taken many lives in the name of Odin, and it has all been for good. There is
That is
no
between
evil in
you
my
and
heart.
Odin. You seem troubled, though. Something weighs heavily on you. And I can see a malaise on your eyes.
can
Do
you close
require-
down this tent?
Why, yes, he says. Simply. I can pack it up in a moment.
Can you cure poison?
Yes.
I need you to come with us. Our plans have changed. There won't be an experiment.
Then I hand you back your 50 gold.
Did you drug him?
I need this one cured and another one at the awning rack.
Ah. Very well. Our fates are intertwined. The
And then the tent disappears in a boom.
there's a boom as the tent transforms inside the wood, swallows it up.
That was
Shrinks down
amazing
to-
timing.
Shrinks down to a wand-sized object, which he places in a leather cord at his neck.
That is an interesting spell? Enchantment?
Mm-hmm. Wait, there's more. He takes a roll of belt, straps it, puts it around his waist, buckles it, and when he cinches it, he's fully equipped in adventuring gear. He's got a backpack strapped to his back. He's got a sword at his belt. He's got a little hand axe on one other side there. He's got rope strapped across there and a hand crossbow on his other side.
then-
He's fully equipped.
Before we head off, then I guess I should be more honest with you. And I take off my hat, and The form drops and Ratatosk again.
I already knew you were a Ratatosk.
Okay, that's good. And then I put it back on, and I'm still a Ratatosk.
Mm-hmm. It's very hard to disguise your accent, friend.
I've been told. Is my cousin still here with us, or is he off on his own?
Yeah, he's with you.
All right. I just turned him and turned back. So
Scarrett says, I'm not going back to the World Tree.
that's fine. That's fine. You can.
Wait, he was
free to
with
go?
us when we got that stuff appraised? Because
Yeah.
I would not have
Or did you tell him to wait
been
outside?
cool with that.
Probably would have told
Yeah.
him to wait outside.
Yeah, that's fine.
I give Scarrett 25 gold, and I say, take this, be well, and don't deal with drug dealers anymore.
He goes directly to the healer, the Asmar healer, and has the narcotics removed from the system.
I was hoping we were going to find some random schizo
Ratatosk just-
Ratatosk in the street.
Yeah. Okay, so back to the yawning rat.
So we come back, and I knock on the door. Ilya,
Like splashing noises. It's about time. I'm pruned up. I hate this. I hate this.
I have bad news for you.
Bad news.
Well, I mean, I guess if you want to trip balls, you still can. It's just that I won't be there to write down what happened.
What on earth are you talking about?
Something important has happened, and I need to entreat with my patron tonight.
Okay.
So this guy can kill you. What
Which
happens
guy?
now is up to you.
You're talking through a door.
Who are you talking
Oh.
about? What are you talking
I
about?
opened the door.
Hey, I guess I'm decent, but you gotta like tell me before you open the door.
I mean, it's a shared room, so you should really put a notice
So,
on the.
wearing your sodden and slightly transparent underclothes, is your
Sitting in the
hair
bath.
currently doused?
No, my hair's on because I was sitting in the bath with just my head above the bath.
The reaction from Turbon Accelerate is immediate and highly bigoted.
Do I feel this bigoted presence enter the room?
Burner! Heretic blasphemer!
Yes. Well,
Who is this? Who is this?
You spawn of the flame!
Who is this 4-footed goat thing? Off you dragged in from the street.
well, this is Turban. This is Turban Accelerate.
I guess this is the bad news you were talking about.
You
It
didn't
looks like-
say that you had anything to do with this filth. Inner plane
Well, you
filth.
didn't really ask, did you?
Oh, typical divine plane people think that they're just so
You paid
special.
more attention to your culture, but I'll overlook it. You've obviously lost your memory in this regard.
I've lost a lot of memories.
Clerics of the World Tree, the World Spirits, don't have anything to do with these inner plane scum.
You're
I
the
like
one
her,
who's
she's
part
nice.
animal. Beast.
They're an agent of charcoal. Soot mender.
Well, she was one of the few that was actually willing to help me when I was down on my luck. So
Oh, and is your situation better off now?
yes, I have money now.
Not much, I wager.
No, still have to deal with that. Yeah. Well, anyways, let us continue. I don't
As I
want
was
to
walking here,
freak
I
out
thought
from
I was mulling
hallucination.
over my problems. All my many, many problems. And I was thinking to myself, I just don't have enough of these. Will you cure her or not?
I'm sure she will help us.
Scratches the base of a horn. Yes.
I'm sure we will need all the help we can get.
I don't trust
so.
him. He's probably got some sort of devious scheme to change my mind or memories or something. You can't trust him.
I trust
Of course
him.
you don't trust me, thief of the green. All you know how to do is burn bridges.
Would you please let him cure you so we can get on with this? Please.
Has he cured you? Is he's gonna be able to cure? He's a goat. What can he do? He's
Fine.
not like that nice guy. What is his name?
Will you cure me, please?
Lesser restoration. You are cured.
I don't feel any different, but magic happens, so I'm going
You
to
do actually feel slightly different.
Oh, I do feel slightly different. Never mind what I just said. It's starting to take hold. Yes, I am no longer high. My pupils shrink.
Clear, yes.
I'll be watching.
Thank you, Turpin. That was very helpful. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Tree friend. Now, as a
Alia?
favor to my friend and my pledge and our quest, I will cure you. Flame here.
I stand in my bath still with my arms crossed.
Put some clothes on, please.
My clothes are on. They're just wet.
I mean, you can do whatever you want.
You can go through the drugs if you want.
No, I don't want to. Unless we got time. Do you have time to hang around?
I don't think we have any time left after.
Yes, I also agree. I got to get this solved immediately. So I step out of the bath and then I press to digitate myself dry. But I'm still pruny. I cross my arms and I indignantly wait for my restoration.
Kneel down.
I'm pretty sure you can do it while standing.
Down!
And go down on one knee.
Release the restoration.
Do I feel any different?
You do.
Yeah, I can't even feel a tingle. Mustn't have worked. As usual. Typical god people. Ineffectual, as usual. Okay, so why have you brought this god person here? Why is he special to you?
He knows Agir Stint.
Oh yeah, that was the guy that you made us go to that horrible place with that
It's rumble
nasty...
of thunder here too.
It's got sent through the internet.
Real slow, progressive sound across from here in Australia.
And I think it's finally time that I get back in touch with my roots.
Return
Literally.
that tree thing you're always talking about.
Yes, Yggdrasil. From which I am named.
Yes,
Surely we're not taking this spark to Yggdrasil?
She is my friend, and I would appreciate it if you called her by her name.
What is its name?
Alaya. I just call her Ali.
You may call me Miss Alaya. Thank you very much.
Ali, please. He is...
Miss Alaya it is.
Very well. Whatever works.
And what do I call
appreciate
it?
You call
My name
him
is Turbon
Turbon.
Accelerant.
Okay, Turtle Accelerant.
can-
Fine.
You see? The flame of provocation! It cannot be quenched!
You're telling me.
Please. Allie, please. Try. I know sarcasm is your natural state of being, but please. Try.
Gravel-brained dirty.
All right. But I know he's going to betray us somehow. It's just...
And if that comes, then it comes. We've faced stranger.
Okay.
But I trust him.
So how do we get to this tree of yours?
The portal is known to me.
But I believe, before we head off, our friend Duncan had some things that he needed to do with his patron. So can it wait a night?
It is night.
Tomorrow.
I would appreciate it if we could do it tomorrow.
I think we all need some sleep. I've been at work all day. Fortune telling for the masses.
Yes.
Well, I'm not sharing a room, so I'm gonna go down to Gengi. I'm going to get.
I would barely call this a room. It's suitably green.
I'm going to pay for an additional room for myself. Because I think I need some alone time away from crazy squirrels and goats.
The only room
You
left
should really
is
lock the door
the
as well.
skylight room in the attic. So named because half of the roof is missing.
It's a little
well,
airy.
I'm gonna set up a few torches, and is there a brazier up there I can organize? I empty the bathtub. I fill it. I make it into a makeshift brazier.
Sure. So you
talking about the world tree with him.
you've got a broken coffin, which is serving as your bed, perched next to a flaming bathtub.
Yeah, with a view
Excellent.
of the night sky, which
Yeah.
which in Sig is just like ambient.
The
fog.
occasional perching Vrock looking down at you.
What do you want?
Is there really a rock that comes visit the attic?
Yes, at one point.
Okay, I flick a bit of fire at it and go, "Get out of here! You don't belong here."
It disperses.
Yeah.
With the parting words, "Not in the mood for a barbecue." Which is rock slang for people of the elemental plane of fire. Other slang would be shish kebab, flame grilled whopper.
More like
I'm going to
shit
be
kebab.
insulted and relieved at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. It's perfect. It's a perfect example of how you should feel upon the parting words of a demon. I'm insulted and relieved.
Well, that could have gone worse. I am offended.
Okay, so we will end the session here, and in the intervening time between now and the next session, it will be post-sale of the artifacts.
Oh. Okay.
Unless you want to roleplay the whole sale of all of the magic items and stuff.
Well, what do we get? What are we selling exactly? We're selling just the swords?
Yeah.
Because
Swords, boots.
We're keeping... No, we're not... We want to get rid of the boots. They're freedom of movement boots. They're very, very... It's very useful as a thing.
As you said, like, you could easily buy
Yeah.
perfectly
We can
workable
easily
freedom of movement boots.
make. We could have those made for us. We could probably have a castle full of them made with the amount of money that we're gonna get.
Yeah. It's like walking around.
Well,
To put it in perspective, let's say you have George Washington's musket pistol. It's a perfectly workable sidearm,
Like, you could use it perfectly well, but you'd be much better off selling it to a museum, getting the money, and buying yourself a Colt 45
Okay. All right.
or
Let's just
Tech 9 or whatever the fuck you want.
A Glock.
Glock, okay.
Well,
Yeah, I want my Glockenspiel.
I would like to buy some nice
Guacamole.
clothes. So
Yeah.
I think several thousand gold pieces will get me
Yeah.
there.
So I think we should also buy a bag of holding still. I think
Yeah.
that
Oh,
would
yeah.
be very.
From a different merchant, possibly.
Can we make Duncan a bag of holding?
To discuss getting like 1 or 2 magic needles done.
Sure. You basically get a magical dagger and you just file it down until it's a needle.
Yeah. So.
Could you turn this fine dagger into a toothpick? Why, yes.
Would I be able to get a dagger of venom turned into with the amount of money? Would I be able to get a dagger of venom turned into a needle and a flame
Basically,
tongue
you're turning it into a stiletto sort of thing, or a dart.
Yeah. So a flame tongue and a poison dagger.
Sure.
Are y'all okay with me getting those 2 things?
I don't know how much gold
Yep.
we're going to have. I imagine it's going to be a lot
Let's
of
say
gold.
you've got a lot of gold.
We should convert it to platinum because it's easier to carry.
I don't
Oh,
think we should carry it. I think we should bank it.
Gems probably be easiest.
Then we turn it into gems.
Certified gems.
And then I can buy all the poison that I need.
Aurelia wants to get some jewelry and some fancy clothes.
Mhm.
And maybe
So we can
Yeah.
discuss and
Alright.
and put this down in our party notes and stuff like that, so you guys are fully ready to go on your excursion into Isgard.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna need to prepare a lot of stuff for this. I can already tell. Because that's a positive plane, isn't it?
The world tree is a neutral plane.
Okay.
It's life positive in that
Yeah.
it is alive.
Yeah.
But for the most part, you're walking across a landscape that looks like the canyons of the Grand Canyon, like with the rivulets and stuff like that cutting through the sandstone, except the sandstone is actually bark.
Okay.
And you have moss forests and stuff like that. So it's, imagine you're walking across the trunk of a tree with gravity is subjectively downwards, and everything is magnified hugely.
Right.
And the
So
branches of spires of mountains going up lead you to other planes of existence.
When he was talking about the serpent that gnaws, was he talking about Nidhogg?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have
Nidhogg.
remembered that. I wouldn't have remembered that because like all of my memory is fuzzy from that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Which is
So
unfortunate.
how would players establish a portal from Sigil to somewhere else? Or would they just be incapable?
You'd find an NPC, such as this barrier, who has the key and knows of the portal to Isgard. Or to Yggdrasil. Yggdrasil's relatively easy to get to. There's multiple different ways of getting there from Sigil.
Yeah.
Because it's a planet junction itself.
Yeah, I was just thinking about like specific places.
Oh,
Like say we had the tools when we went to the fort of the...
So teleportation to places that you've previously visited is easier. Particularly if you learn how to make a glyph or something like that you can teleport directly to. So you basically put down the signature, the barcode, and whatever you're going to, and you can return to there, your GPS. Other than that, yeah, there's spells that you can do, spells and rituals.
Okay.
Most of them have got a component. Because of the cosmic tones.
I also. How much would it be to purchase a wand of magic missile?
It would be the standard price.
All
We
right.
can look that up and deal with it as well.
We'll type up a shopping list, and then we'll just
Yeah. Well,
We'll
so
give you
those
invoice.
two daggers are the only thing that I really 100% want. I want the fire one so I have, consistent damage, and then the poison one because poison is my thing.
See. All right, guys.
Wonder how much that circlet costs.
Phantom knows.
Yeah. And he just gave you.
He ripped you off.
He swapped. I don't know. It was a hassle at the
Oh.
time. I was running from the harmonium, so I was like, anything to get them off my back was good enough.
And you were running from the harmonium because he convinced you should be running from the harmonium.
No,
No, he
he
wants
was
me to
running.
work for the
He was
harmonium
running
now.
from. He was running from the harmonium because he used color spray on the harmonium.
Hey, it's non-lethal. Doesn't leave any lasting marks. Can't prove it. Doesn't leave an aura.
Oh man, but it would be nice to have all that stuff to sell. We could have built a castle. We probably still
Hey, you
can.
could always rob him.
Yeah, we'll go attack a harmonium member.
Question: how much money do you have to become a baron?
You do technically work for Fenton.
Hmm.
You've got the shop outfit and everything.
I don't know. I'm coming to like Phantom less and less as the adventure continues, and we find all these NPCs who don't like him. It's like
It's like, oh, he's a Hound Archon. Must be all right. Nah.
every time we
Yeah,
name
he's-
drop Phantom, it's like, whoa, you know Phantom? Yuck. It's
Yeah,
like-
you know Phantom? That shit. Really?
You know Fenton. Why?
Yeah. Oh, he's reputable, right? To buy from.
Mm.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh, you need work from Fenton. Yeah. What sort of work?
All right. I guess we'll end the session here then.
After the second session, I stopped trusting him, and I was just like, yeah, he doesn't have what's best in mind for us.
Hell, you guys don't even trust each other.
I trust y'all, but then again, I trust everybody who doesn't give me a reason not to trust him. Like, I don't trust my cousin. I don't trust. I only distrust people that have like legitimately given me reasons not to trust them. So, Augur Stint, Phantom, who was it? It was Osriel Teach. I don't trust him anymore because he just he
What
one
about
too many
Osriel, though?
times. One too many times he talked shit about my friends.
What's a
And,
trust?
It's something that if your parents are rich, they give you.